Hey everybody, Howard Partridge coming to you, and I have a very special guest with me today, Dave Anderson, the president of Learn to Lead. Now that's just the title, but what this man has done, first of all, one of our favorite speakers to come in and just hit us hard on leadership. You know, our mutual friend John Maxwell says that everything rises and falls on leadership. Man, you have not heard a leadership speaker until you've heard Dave Anderson, author of 16 books, has trained in 21 countries. Who knows how many thousands of people?
I am excited to be back with you all. You always have such a high energy, engaged, hungry group of people. It's just always fun for me as a speaker to be there. So I've lost track of how many times we've been together. But Howard, I'm going to be sharing strategies from a brand new book that just came out. It's called Elevate Your Excellence: The Power
Okay.
of Doing Ordinary Things Extraordinarily Well. It's about getting yourself right so you can get your world right, so you can get your business right, so you can get your relationships right, so you can get your health right. It all matters. And when I talk about in the book is little things that we do from the minute we get up in the morning. I call it stacking wins. That we can just start stacking wins to where when we walk into our workplace, we're not looking for momentum, baby. We've already got it. I mean, you never want to walk into your workplace looking for your first win. I want 8 or 9 wins stacked before my rear end graces that door. I don't want to get into work and have to get going. I want to be going when
Woo.
I walk in there. Most people don't see the connection between what they're doing away from work and how it impacts everything they do when they're in their arena.
Wow.
And I use the term arena because, as you know, I'm a mental skills trainer for a number of athletes as well. I work with business people and 3 different college basketball teams and a handful of pro basketball players about getting their thinking right.
I
And the
noticed that you're
principles.
wearing a ring also. Sorry to
Well, this is
interrupt.
one of the 2 championships we've won. I haven't shot a
Let me
basket in
see
40
that.
years, but I've got 2 championship rings. I don't teach them how to shoot a basket. I teach them how to shoot a seventh one with confidence after they miss the first 6. Like
Wow.
just life with us, right? How you miss 6 sales? How do you get back there in that arena expecting to miss that seventh one, right? It's all how you think. And
Yeah.
so we're going to talk about these really unspoken strategies. People don't talk about these things very often. And one of my favorite concepts is how you do anything is how you do everything because of the conditioning that takes place in your mind. And so we want to be about excellence before we walk into the workplace. We want to have great routines and rituals. Now, I spend a lot of time with routines and rituals. People confuse them, but the routine is the block of time you set aside to do something, and the ritual, they're the steps within that routine that determine if it's effective or not. The reason I focus a lot on looking at your routines and rituals away from work and at work is because they take your time and you don't get any more of that. And so you've got to maximize that time. I laugh when I hear people think, "Oh, I just wish I had more time." I tell you, you're not going
Nope.
to get it.
Not gonna get it.
So you got to focus less on the time you're putting in and more on what you're putting in the time. And we're
Yeah.
going to talk about maximizing those routines and rituals from the minute you wake up in the morning. And the way it builds confidence, the way it raises your own standards, your own sense of excellence and personal accountability carries over into everything else you do. Just like that athlete, they don't slop their way through the morning,
Right.
let a bunch of garbage bombard their mindset, put garbage in their body, walk into the gym and flip a switch and magically expect excellence to show up. They
Right.
know that great performance begins before it begins.
Yes.
And as business people, we got to understand that as well and know what that looks like in our daily routine. So we're going to be talking about these strategies. Get yourself right so you can get in there and get your business right and lift other people that you're grooming, that you're training as your team members. And we're going to talk about things like how to breathe right, how to hydrate right, how to sleep right. The sleep section could save your life. Most people think if they are underslept, they just feel tired the next day. They don't understand how it affects their emotions, their memory, their decision making ability, their creativity, all of these things. And so it's working every angle to elevate our excellence to where we're bringing all we have every day. I even have a chapter in the book, if you'll pardon the expression, called How to Have Good Crappy Days. Because just like that athlete, Just like that athlete, sometimes, brother, they got to learn how to have a good, crappy game. They work hard, they practice, and nothing's working.
Yeah,
Nothing's going in the hoop. So, how do you stay locked in? How do you continue to move forward when it seems like nothing you're doing is amounting to anything? That's real world. And
that's
we
real.
can't just have excellence that we're bringing to the table when the wind is at our back and when things are going our way.
Right.
Some folks out there probably in a tough time right now. They're struggling with their business. And you know what? They got to play a poor hand well. We're going to talk about how to do that. We're
Good.
also going to talk to the people who are killing it and remind them their biggest danger is surviving success. How
Mm,
when you're doing well, you don't sit on the ball. You got to run up that score. And it all starts with how we think. It all starts with how we think. How we think determines what we do. What we do determines who we become, what we get, the legacy we leave. And so, yeah, it's time to elevate our excellence. We're going to do
mm,
these ordinary things extraordinarily well and watch the compounding impact that has on our health, our relationships, our self esteem, our self confidence, our business, and our customers. Howard, I don't know what you're seeing right now, but I speak all over the place. I know you do too. And there are a lot of passive people in business right now. They're too passive. They're waiting.
yeah, yeah,
They're waiting for things to
yeah,
happen. They're
yeah.
waiting for things to get better. They're waiting for a new administration to come in, whatever. It's like you don't wait your way to the next level.
Right.
Okay. And nothing is going to change for us until something changes about us, starting with how
Mm,
we think. Nothing's
yes,
going to change for us until something changes within us, talking
yes,
about what we think and what we do every day. And what we think determines what we do. We got
yes.
to, if you're waiting right now, if you're tentative, if you're passive, if you're going to just see what's next, you're going to get left behind because you
Right.
got to stop waiting for the things around you to change and start changing how you think and what you do so you can change what's around you. That's
Yeah.
when you start happening to things and things stop happening to you. That's when you become the boxer and not the bag. And we're going to talk about not letting the day run us anymore, not letting life run
Good.
us anymore, but we're going to run the day because we're going to run ourselves better.
Live events change lives, period.
Yes.
Yeah,
No doubt about it.
yeah,
No doubt about it. I remember seeing John Maxwell at an event before I knew him back in the
yeah,
90s in
yeah,
San Jose, California. I brought a bunch of people from the car dealerships I was running up there.
yeah.
I couldn't even carry all the resources I bought out of that
Right.
room,
Yeah.
and it changed my life, and it started me on a whole different path. And you said something really important, Howard, and I think people don't like to talk about this, but we got to learn to conquer ourselves. I really do believe we all carry our worst enemy within us, and we should fear no man more than ourselves. And we
Mm,
got to get out of our own way. And so many times we look at conditions and we blame things for why we're not where we're at. And it's our decisions and our disciplines that
right.
get us where we're
Yeah.
going to go. We've got to get out of our own way, control our own thinking, control our own day, stack those wins, build that personal momentum, and do it every single day. There's an acronym in the book called EDMED, EDMED. Every day means every day.
Yes.
EdMed, baby.
Yes.
EdMed is a mindset.
Yes.
EdMed is a lifestyle. It's going from being incidental to being perpetual to bringing all you got every day, giving all you have to what you got. And that starts with our thinking. And so I think that's the best way to start conquering ourselves is to start raising standards for ourselves, expecting more from ourselves, and then bringing it in all our various life arenas and watch it show up in business for us.